Hey, what is up guys? It's Ty here, and today we're taking a look at the official gameplay trailer for Dying Light 2 in a live action form. This time around, we're just going to kind of go through everything frame by frame and kind of just see what things stand out this time around, and let's see if we see anything that we missed the first time and in the other videos. There's still a couple of things I've planned to talk about, so this is kind of just the beginning of where we're going to start with this. So anyways, let's get kind of right into it. So I believe we have some type of renegade compound in the distance. I'm just setting the stream up on another monitor, and let's get right into it. So I believe this is like a renegade compound due to the flags up here on the top, and what I must say, god damn, it's a beautiful view. So over here on the side, we got like a wall in the distance. I'm thinking maybe being the like boundaries to the outside, and over here we got like a mountaintop that we probably can't climb. Some more of those nice trees I talked about in another video. What's up, Leonardo? Thanks for joining the stream. And by the way, for those joining, make sure to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already.
Hey,
oh god, definitely gotta turn that down. So, let's continue on. So we got this view here. Basically, I think this is pretty nice. I think we can kind of walk across these as kind of like a bit of a bridge, or maybe we can climb across them, because they don't look like a bridge necessarily, besides maybe this one up here. So this kind of seems like something we can maybe climb across, or I don't know, at least jump across, we know that. So we got some more interior areas here with some graffiti on the side, and we just got a lot of stuff overgrowing. What's up everybody? Thanks for joining the stream. I'll like the video and subscribe if you want. So moving on. We have this kind of area here with a totally destroyed bus and some kind of graffiti of what I think is probably just somebody's attempt at a zombie with a bullet in the head. This seems to be some type of fortress up here. I'm not sure. Oh, it's the Peacekeepers. Yes, because we got Peacekeeper flags. Duh. So we got Peacekeeper flags going on here, circling every bit of the block here. And in the distance, we kind of just see some more stuff we can climb on top of. And yeah, there's nothing really too much else to look at here. Also, sorry if my voice is kind of a little raspy. I haven't been feeling that great the past couple days. So we got Aiden taking a leap. And we got the church, or, what's it called? I can't think of what it's actually called. But, we got this building right here, which I believe is a renegade compound, but I can't tell because of the colored flags. They're kind of more of a yellow tint than an orange tint, so it's kind of hard to make sure. So we kind of just have a bit of a running way for Aiden to make his jump. He's kind of just in a bit of a normal outfit here. He's not wearing anything too special. You got that nice smooth looking rolling animation. So, we got that windmill in the distance we see blow up later in the trailer. I'm not sure how delayed the stream is, by the way. It's okay, man. I hope you get better. Thanks. So, we see another trampoline right there that we saw in the gameplay trailer. So, yeah, basically just falls to his death. Here, let me take a minute to see how the stream sounds. Okay, sounds good enough. Alright, so we're back to the stuff we've seen in 2019. Man, it's been such a while since we've seen this stuff, but let's move forward with it since we've probably seen it all enough times. So next we have this beautiful view with these insanely tall buildings in the distance. And all these leaves and stuff blowing above, and a bunch of birds and stuff. So, we got a blimp in the distance, which really surprised me when I first saw this, because they say the rest of the world is entirely dead, so it's surprising to see something of that tech still kind of floating around. Also, the clouds look very, very nice. I really like this dynamic day and night cycle they got going on here. I already know it's going to be very, very nice, and probably maybe even compete with Red Dead Redemption 2 for its quality. And that's quite a lot for me to say. So we got the paraglide back here again. There's nothing too much else going on that we can see since it's actually pretty dark, and I assume it's rather the sun's going down or it's coming up. What's up, Alex? Thanks for joining the stream. And by the way, guys, if you haven't, make sure to go check out my other video that came out today. I know it hasn't gotten that many views lately, so go check it out if you want. I talked about the collector's edition and some microtransaction stuff that got revealed last night. Back up some text. The graphics remind me of Metro Exodus. Yes, I did get that vibe a lot too, to be honest. I could definitely see what you're talking about with that there. I want to test something. here. I'm gonna go to the chat. I'm gonna pull this down. There we go. Okay. Alright. Okay. So, back to Aiden here. We just got him looking pretty badass on top of this crane or something like that, with the sun going up or down in the distance. Not too much to look at here. And then this is real interesting when I first saw this. I was like, wow, we actually get to see into Aiden's childhood, or what we actually think is Aiden as a child, with his bald head and girlfriend or whatever, or childhood friend or whatever is going on here. So, they say in the gameplay trailer that he's trying to search for somebody from his past. And at first I thought back then, like a year back, that it was his father that he was searching for, but it actually might be this girl here, who maybe is of some significance to the game. And, you know, he's putting his hand on the half heart, which I don't know what that can mean, but it must be some type of love interest type of meaning. I assume. I'm not too sure. And then this next view here is, woof, very beautiful. We got this broken highway or some type of bridge here, which sinks down into some more road area underneath. We got some nice wall running areas we could totally run across, as well as some more buildings that are probably enterable. And then we got some big skyscraper buildings in the distance, which I assume we can explore and jump across. Could be sister. You're right, that is definitely an option. I just think because of the whole heart thing that it's more of a love interest thing, but they did look pretty young. Or girlfriend, yep. I'm not really too sure. Yeah, let me check. They say in the... Okay. So yes, I think this is honestly probably one of my favorite shots. They say he's searching for his relative. Sister. Okay, I remember them saying he's searching for his relative. So that does make sense. He is searching for his sister or his father. Or he could be searching for his entire family. This entire game could have the meaning of family in place. For whatever reason. I don't know. Just trying to think of what this game could be about, because we still don't really know what this game is about, to be honest. So, yeah, we got a bit of an exploring area down here. That might be a trampoline right there, or that could just be a vehicle. I assume the trampolines are all the yellow tints that we've seen. Maybe, or a childhood friend. Yeah, I'm not really too sure. That's what I'm thinking. And also, for those watching, if you want, like the video and subscribe, as I always appreciate the support. It means you guys care. So, anyways, we got some zombies just kind of chilling here, walking around. I assume next to one of the quarantine zones or some type of barrier to the outside. So, yep, we got more zombies chilling here. Yep, by a quarantine zone. I was right. So, we got a little bridge that we could jump across. Some more areas we can climb up to above. I did point out in my video about the zombies that the variety kind of sucked a little bit. Of course, there was some of the coolish, freakish new mutations, but the actual individual infected here kind of started to look a little bit of the same with some of the same clothes, but here they look pretty different, diverse, so I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe he will see in flashbacks to see what actually happened when Aiden was a kid. I don't know how they're gonna do it. By the way, I'm sort of avoiding your videos to avoid spoilers in case you want to know. Alright, that's great, that's totally fine, I understand that. There's a lot of things we're definitely going to be surprised with too, but I understand trying to stay away from everything as, you know, you do want to go in completely fresh. And we're not that far away from the release day on December 7th either, so we definitely have not much farther to look forward to. We already saw a flashback in the trailer. Yep. So we got Aiden getting attacked here. Nothing else to really look at here besides a Peacekeeper flag. I assume this is a Peacekeeper flag. Only because it's like blue and white, which is kind of the colors they suit up in, so... Okay. So, Aiden punches that zombie. Okay, so then we got these guys who I assume are the Untamed faction, because we don't know what else they could be yet. Hey man, gotta ask, I'm studying right now so I won't be able to watch the stream. Will you be uploading it later? The stream automatically uploads after, so you will be able to come back and watch if you want to. That's kind of the whole point of me streaming right now. I'm kind of leaving it up as one big video for people to kind of just tune into and just kind of vibe with and just kind of just see me talking normally, not in a scripted fashion. Because normally I do all my videos scripted, so this is kind of just a different experience for me. So we see these guys trying to hit us, and I assume we're in some type of story area, do the like abandoned shelves. Scavengers, perhaps? I don't think these are the scavengers, because I believe these scavengers are like the faction that aren't kind of like suited up in anything, just kind of their normal looking clothing. Or those are the survivors. I don't know. I think the scavengers and the survivors are technically the same type of faction. And I don't even know if they are exactly a faction, but just kind of more just a group of people all trying to survive. Which, the survivors, so it kind of makes a little bit of sense there. But anyways, so they kind of throw their weapons, and then we got this kind of like blowtorch or fucking okay. So in one of my last videos, I pointed out that it looks like a guy that's actually blowing fire out of his mouth. I know it's weird, it's surprising. You wouldn't expect to see something like that in Dying Lights, but listen, hear me out. If you pause it at the right time, you literally can see it coming from its mouth. And I know, like I said, crazy. But anyways, I can't really pause it at the right time. It's blowing from the guy's mouth, and it's kind of blowing all over the room here. And I didn't expect to see something like this, and I don't know what it could really be. So let me know what you guys think down below, because it's definitely not a flamethrower. There's really nothing else here, and it can't be infected because the clothes are totally intact. So otherwise, this is some type of fucking mutant that's straight out of Resident Evil that they fucking sent in to chase down Aiden, or I don't even know at this point. But I'm really curious what you guys think. So yep, they blow it all at Aiden, and by the way, the fire effects are very, very nice. Do you think that putting at night is actually going to be scary and threatening? I do think it's going to be a little bit more terrifying at first because we're not used to it, but I think it's going to kind of get a little, I don't know. I think we're going to get used to it as time goes on like we did with Dying Light 1, but looks over the top. But I don't know. We'll see as time goes on. So basically, we kind of just, okay, so let's go back to this. Got the fire blowing. We got Aiden kind of running here with a big fucking god ray in the distance, which is very nice looking. I wonder one thing, if we can kind of do a bit of a wall run off, and kind of do like one kick to the face. I haven't thought of that and seen it yet in the game, but I'm curious if there's like a lot more features that we still haven't seen. And I assume there are, but I'm not really too sure yet, because, we haven't got the game in our hands ourselves yet. So I assume there's going to be a lot more, but time will tell. So we got like a scavenger or survivor, somebody jumping in the distance up there as the zombies try to get at us, and you could definitely, I think, see some of the ray tracing going on down here. So the screen fades out, and then it cuts to this girl character that we see later in the trailer, which is the one I think with the crossbow. She's got a bit of a rose on her coat here, and I think we're in some type of like safe zone because it's got like a bit of a red tint on the side here, and I assume there's probably like UV lights down here because of how dark it is. I assume all the safe zones are very dark tinted areas due to the UV lights being on to kind of, keep everybody from going affected. The atmosphere of this game is beautiful. I definitely agree. It stands out in so many ways. 3,000 parkour moves, so I guess so. Yep, that's what I heard. Had to take a bit of a drink break. Alright, so moving on. We got the girl here walking past the friends. Oh, I didn't see what that said on the coats before. What does that say? Coach Coats. Okay, well, alright. So we got Aiden being teared at by a zombie, and then he kicks it up, and this dude hits him. I assume this dude is going to be very important in the game. The dude with this yellow baggie here, as he's in a lot of the scenes that we've seen. I don't remember his name, but they said in the trailer it was Han, I think. So let me know if you guys remember his name down in the comment section below. But anyways, it looks like it's going to be very, very important as he's, helping Aiden and running with him a lot. So we got him here again talking to this guy here in a UV lighted area with a map right there of probably the world. So they're basically, in the scene, I remember what they're talking about. They're talking about the Night Runners, basically. And how they're kind of like, kind of becoming more of a myth, and nobody's really doing it as much as they used to. So we're used to the runners in the first game, and now we have to deal with the Night Runners this time around. Which I assume is... I don't really know. I'm trying to think of how the Night Runners can be played into the story. The dude is David Bell, founder of parkour. Okay. I wonder if there's going to be co-op. Yep, there's definitely going to be co-op. Trust me, there's definitely going to be co-op in Dying Light 2. The co-op was very, very big and popular in the first game, so definitely don't be surprised about that there. But anyways, moving on. His name is Hakan. Okay. I knew it was something similar with an H. So we got Hakan here, or Hakan. Okay, I don't know. I'm not really too sure how to say it. Sorry about that. So, and then we got him here taking a nice jump, and we already know the animations look very, very nice. You gotta love it. And by the way, for those in the stream, if you want, like the video and subscribe, as I always appreciate it. The love and support means a lot to me. So, we got him jumping over this ray tracing looking area. And then he does this leap of faith into a trash bag that will... God, I can't talk. Trash bag pile that we'll probably see a lot more of in Dying Light 2, like we did in the first game. With stuff like trampolines and stuff to catch our fall. I really hope that the animations in third person are going to look good, because in co-op in Dying Light 1 it looked a bit weird. Yeah, I definitely agree. I do think they're going to look very smooth, and in one of my last videos, I was hoping the animations look this good when you're watching your friends play around, but I don't think they will. It's probably just for the NPC characters. But, I don't know. We'll find out. You do gotta love this leap of faith, though. It's very, very nice. And the animation looks very, very realistic, too. So, these zombies seem to be, like, just chilling here on the ground. I assume we're in that hospital area because we saw that wheelchair before in one of the other videos I made, because we see the more of that yellow sticky stuff, and it has that same exact atmosphere. The part where we see the volatile when Aiden opens the door, that's what I'm talking about. So, anyways, we see him here. His biometer, whatever, looks perfectly fine, and we got this thing huddled in a circle. I got no clue what this could really be, but it could be a new infected, or it could be a normal type of infected. We'll see. You can see lots of hidden trampolines, ropes, and ramps in the trailer. Yeah, I'll be right back. See ya. Alright, stop by back again if you want. So yes, we got more of that slimy yellow stuff that I assume comes from some type of infected. And then we're walking through this area. I was right, it was some type of hospital lab area, because, you know, we got some beds here now. So he takes a jump here. God, you really gotta love the animation. I guess this is gonna be our first encounter with the volatiles. Maybe, I'm thinking so. Because I also think this is maybe the same area we see where Aiden runs into the room and the volatile, like, kind of comes from the ceiling, and Aiden kind of falls to the floor and stares at it. That we see more towards the end of the gameplay trailer. So we got the guy here, he's reaching his hand out to Aiden. For whatever reason, Aiden might might be about to fall or something like that. So this is what I'm talking about, this scene, because we know we got the wheelchair tipped over, got some seating in the back. This is all in the same area, I assume. So we got like the wheelchair there, we got the volatile turning to looking at Aiden, we got the yellow stuff up here. A volatile could even be spitting this, got a burp, could be spitting this yellow stuff at Aiden. I'm not really sure, but it's definitely a possibility. So we got Aiden, he closes the door, we got this thing peeking in to look for Aiden. So we got this area which looks very, very nice. We got a police car. If you look at Aiden's shadow in the E3 2019 gameplay video, you can notice that the animations are really fleshed out and beautiful, so I guess that the animations of the other real players you'll watch will be good. I sure hope so, because honestly, I'm not really too sure. I just hope my friends look somewhat realistic, especially since I'm trying to do roleplay stuff. We got 13 people in the stream right now. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want, like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate the support. So, thanks, guys. Alright. So anyways, moving on, we got some zombies here deteriorating in the sunlight. We got an eat veggie sign up here. We got a store going on. Alright, let's move forward. Eat veggie top left. Yep, I just pointed that out. Okay, so I do really like the way these zombies walk around, or infected, or whatever you guys want to call them. It makes it very realistic the way they look and kind of sway their bodies around. It reminds me of old zombie movies back in like the 1970s. My guy is so hyped, even checking small things like police cars. Yeah, I will say I'm pretty hyped. My expectations are pretty limited though, trust me. I know, I learned from Cyberpunk. In many, many games before, trust me, Cyberpunk's not the first game that disappointed me. But, on the police car, I'm sorry, we're not gonna go back to the police car, I'm done with that. Anyways, what is that? Okay. We got some people hanging here, dead bodies, more accessible areas around. That's kind of it. We got a windmill going on here. caged body for whatever reason. I assume this might be like a renegade area or something, because the renegade people or faction are kind of like ex-prisoners, which are led by the what's it called? The commander or whatever. I can't think of the name of the guy that we've seen at the end of the E3 2019 gameplay trailer. But anyways, whatever. Let's move on. So we saw that compound, and now we see a bunch of dead corpses here, skeletons. It's kind of foggy. Hello, Firehawk. Thanks for stopping by. So we got a bit of a scavenger survivor territory here with like a zipline area we can probably go down. I'm a huge fan. Thanks for being a huge fan. By the way, guys, for those in the stream, the Ruthless Colonel. Yes, that's what I forgot. I knew it started with a C. If you guys want, like the video and subscribe. So we got a guy with, like, I assume binoculars up there. Don't know why, but I got a feeling that this game won't disappoint us like Cyberpunk did. I have hope for Techland. I do too. I just really want to hope for the best. So we see that Eat Veggie sign again there. We got a water tower here. One of these areas that we can hit the thing of and then go up to the top here. So we don't got a ladder. I assume we won't be using ladders as much in this game, which is nice. We'll have to have our own ways of traversing. So we got this, and then we got this place, which I assume is the place we see blow up later in the trailer. And I assume that place is probably lived in by a bunch of people, at least used from some maybe important reason, since it seems to be focused on. So we see another one of those skulls there again with a bunch of people hanging on the side, with a city space building, whatever that means. So we got like a bit of apartment building as well. And this is probably that same renegade faction we saw before. I think the volatile is the same in all sense. I think that the volatile is Crane, I think. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Got no clue what to expect from this game. So we got a bit of a walkway too. We've got these spikes as well, which probably will hurt a lot to jump on top of. So we got a bit of a business center building. Here, let's move back a bit. Okay. A poster with flies printed on it is a few seconds back with the skeletons in cage. I'm worried if the game will meet our expectations because people put the bar pretty high. Yeah, people do put the bar pretty high, and I just hope people can keep their expectations to a minimal while still being hyped for the game, because the game I feel like is going to have a lot to offer us. It's just time will tell really how much we'll truly get out of it, because I really don't know what to expect with this game. Imagine they remake and add add zombie PvP to Dying Light 2. Would be epic to invade friends' games on this crazy map. Yes, I think one of the biggest missed opportunities in Dying Light 1 is not having a PvP feature where you can be able to attack other players, unless you wanted to do it with mods or something like that. It's definitely a missed opportunity, but I don't know. I hope this time they can actually be able to implement some more instead of doing that in something like a separate Battle Royale mode, like Back 4 Blood. Or not Back 4 Blood, or what do they call the Battle Royale mode? I don't remember. It was really that forgettable, to be honest. Barely anybody played it. It's completely dead now. It's got 0 players, unfortunately. The first Dying Light didn't have blocking. I hope Dying Light 2 does. I think so, or at least there's, like, dodges and stuff like that. And there might be, like, return fighting or something, because, I don't know. God, my speech is so fucked up today. I apologize, guys. I'm not really sure how it's gonna work. My expectations are at a medium, not too high, but not too low. Yep, I completely understand that. So we got some guys fighting here in some combat. And then the one guy tries to go for Aiden, but the guy kind of like says like, fuck you, and then fights him back. So it's cool to see like players kind of like interact with each other in like different ways. Not players. NPCs interact with each other in different ways as they like, you know, will try to go for you and then we'll try to go for each other. I'm really curious if we'll be seeing like faction battles in this game. I think that'll be pretty fucking sick. Dying Light Back 4 Blood, that dead Battle Royale game. Was it called Back 4 Blood? I think Back 4 Blood is that new Left 4 Dead style game that's coming out. I don't remember what the Dying Light Battle Royale was called, but maybe it was called that. I'm not too sure. I don't really keep up to date with that stuff. Okay, and then, let's see. We got anything else to look at here? Not really. It's just kind of looking like a bit of a wasteland area. The weapons in this game are fire. Absolutely. This weapon does look pretty sick. And like I said, if you guys want, like the video and subscribe. I hate to keep saying it, but just for people joining the stream, and we're kind of just starting out, so might as well keep saying it now. So we got this lady bee pulled in here and putting on this trunk for plunk. God, I can't fucking talk. For whatever reason, man, there is a PvP mode in Dying Light 1. It's called Be the Zombie. Yes, I get that, but I also feel like there should be like an actual player versus player PvP mode. I actually never even played the Be the Zombie mode as a zombie. I'll have to try it out as on a stream or something like that, because I heard it's really fun. A lot of content creators I'm friends with play it a lot, so I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. So this is a Peacekeeper territory. As we can see, we got more of the UV light shining down, creating a cool lighting effect, and all the guys here. Actually, it's Dying Light Bad Blood, not Back for Blood. Okay, thank you for letting me know, Backup Semtex. I just wanted to make sure, because honestly, I completely forgot what it was called, to be honest. So, anyways, moving on. So we got this lady put in here for being a traitor or doing something bad that was, the group was not happy with, clearly. So the Peacekeepers seem to have numbers on their side here. We got the Peacekeeper logo up here and as well in this guy's shirt. So I wonder why they have these numbers on them, and maybe that's just kind of how they are as this like militaristic regime. So this guy is the 40th, and then he's about to cut this lady's head off in a very brutal way. Then he's got like 77 here on the side. So I don't know why he goes from 40 to 77, unless there's something I'm clearly missing here. But this guy also seems to be of some authority too, due to his cap. I don't know, I feel like these guys are like the general cap. Usually like military guys would wear these types of things in movies and stuff. So I don't know, that's definitely an idea. So these guys are kind of just chilling here. This guy kind of looks like maybe like a bit of a scavenger or survivor. I don't know how these factions are going to interconnect, if they're actually going to be like, you know, chilling with each other, or always could be going head to head. I wonder who's Aiden's father is. Yeah, I got no clue either. It's 15 years after the first game, or 20 years after the first game. I don't remember. The gameplay trailer kind of confused me a little bit. Out of water sign near chopping block. Okay, there's that as well. So this person's really about to get their head cut off for something they clearly did, as this guy tries to negotiate, and that didn't change anything clearly. I assume maybe that girl doesn't die and they actually get stopped right before the head gets chopped off in the actual game, but I don't know. Time will tell how it actually goes. Maybe this is because of player choice? Maybe. I'm not really too sure, to be honest. So then it fades out, and then it comes back on with a very nice view in the distance. Oh, I remember the place of that. It's called a cathedral. So we maybe got that cathedral there now, or church, whatever you want to call it. And then we got a place where they probably bring packages up, or where we could probably personally go up in. It might be in Dying Light 1 in the tower. I got no clue. So, okay. We got another one of these areas too. We got a bit of a scavenger survivor place on top of this building here, with all the stuff growing. All these guys have green markers around the wrists, but the guy who talks to Hakan in the beginning has a blue marker. Hakan. God, I keep messing up that name. I apologize, guys. Wow. You are totally right. Ah, the little details. Thanks for pointing that out. Really? He does. Wow. Huh. I really wonder what this could mean. Because honestly, I got no clue. We haven't heard anything about a blue marker. This honestly could be because of the UV light and the way it's reflecting. The green tint doesn't show as much and it becomes more of a blue. But I don't think that really works in this case because of the technology. So I don't know. But yeah, he does have the blue thing on his wrist like that, surprisingly. So anyways, let's go back to where we were. Yeah, interesting indeed. So we got these territories here we can run through, people scavenging and, you know, harvesting crops, building things. Basically rebuilding society back to what it was. And we got this cathedral or church building in the distance as well, which might be a survivors or scavenger building or a renegade. But I assume it might be survivors or scavengers due to how close to this place it is, but I really do not know. I assume just because of its yellow it's renegade, but I'm not too sure. I'm just kind of going off of colors here. Maybe he's cured. I don't really know. I think if he's cured, he would have it on fully, or unless there's some type of law in the city where you always have to have it on. I'm not too sure. Damage of turning. Yeah, I'm not really too sure, but they're harvesting some cabbage here. We got some chickens over there on the side. There seems to be quite a lot of wildlife we'll be going up against. You got me to Dying Light, by the way. Oh, I'm glad I can get you into Dying Light. I'm glad I've been able to inspire people over the years to keep people interested in my videos, because honestly, as long as people keep watching, I'm going to keep making content, because that's what's important to me, just being able to support and, you know, entertain people. And if you support me and watch my videos, I'll definitely do my best to keep making content for you guys. So, I always appreciate it. So, we got this guy kind of just sawing here. We got a bit of like a middle community area. We got with some lights. We will see when the game is out. Yes. Let's go back here a little bit. I'm not too sure what this is right here, but I think this is maybe an area to get up and down from the ground. What do you think about the yellow skull in the demo when the player was in a dark zone? I do not know really what to think about that, to be honest. I completely forgot about that, but honestly, I think that's when he's starting to turn, or whatever, because you can only be in the dark zones or quarantine zones for a certain amount of time before you begin to turn, from what we've heard and what I remember. So I think that's kind of what it is. I'm looking forward to a Let's Play or anything. Yes, I am definitely going to try to stream this game, but my internet is absolutely terrible. This is why this is the first time I've streamed in a while, because I haven't actually had good internet. So this is the first time I'm actually being able to do something like this, because I'm actually at my aunt's house right now. So, if you guys want, like the video, subscribe. Just a reminder. Sorry guys to annoy you with that, but I just like to, I don't know. Anyways, we got a bit of a bridge here. I just like the support, okay? Don't judge me. We got a private property, no trespassing area. With a bit of a bridge we can walk across. We got a bit of a building over here with some trees, so I assume we're starting to get to more of a forest area. There isn't any country areas that we know of due to what they've told us, so we mainly have to be dealing with the city and hopefully that water park that I really wanted to see from the concept art. It shows the infection level. Yep, okay, that's what I thought. So, yep, same area. Then we got this main peacekeeper territory that I assume is one of the main compounds due to how heavily compacted it is and just, you know, how badass it is. And it seems to be like some terminal of some sort, like a subway terminal, because it's like an M for Metro. And we got the big peacekeeper flags on the side. So this is the inside of a prison or jail of some sorts from what it looks like. And I didn't notice what it says on the wall here until now, but we got a bunch of people walking around here. So it says steal water, food. Okay, kill someone. Display, lie, flee when someone challenge. Okay, so this seems to be some type of rules for the peacekeeper faction of some sort. I don't know why when the environment looks like The Last of Us. Yeah, I think it looks like the bit of a Last of Us and Metro. That's kind of the vibes I get from it. Yes, it does, but with Metro Exodus graphics. Yep, I agree. I played Metro Exodus when it came out, and honestly, it was really, really good. I just didn't get a lot of time to actually go around and finish it, because my backlog was just getting totally filled up with other games that I really wanted to beat more of. So, oh, this isn't a prison or jail. We got containers up here, so this must be some type of, you know, I don't know what I'm looking at here, because we got these, like, big containers up here, so we might be in some type of big container area, container yard. I'm not really too sure, but it's some type of main compound area from what we could see here. With Dying Light out, I'm doing everything I can, including the gifted to watch like 4 times already. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate that, those who go back and watch my old videos. Do you think you're going to be a part of the Peacekeepers or Survivors? I don't really know. I don't really know which groups can be mainly the assholes. I assume the Peacekeepers are going to be more, and the Renegades because they're more of the like the authoritarian asshole kind of force. And the Survivors and Scavengers are kind of just ordinary people trying to survive. So we got some Peacekeepers here in more like black and bluish outfits of more of the numbers on their arms. I really hope Dying Light 2 gets cross-platform. Well, lucky for you, it is cross-platform. And it is like cross-play as well between, you know, last gen and the new generation. So we can play with friends on PC and all the different console platforms, as well as play with people in the last and newest generation. So, you're in luck. This information, a lot of it actually came out last night. So we got these survivors here trying to call towards these guys in a peacekeeper territory. I'm trying to lose my voice a little bit. I'm not used to doing these types of streams here. So we got a bit of a renegade faction territory now, which looks pretty menacing. We got a guy here with a spear. Wait, really? Yes. Yes, sir, yes. This place definitely looks like it's going to be one of the more harder areas from the game, with it more having of a foggy kind of tint, looking a lot more depressing. Even though the whole entire map looks depressing, a lot more of the places look a lot more vibrant than this. And this is a zipline right here, as we could tell. In a lot of games, the yellow kind of notifies where you can probably go to and do a lot of special interactions with. So we can definitely tell that a lot probably in the game as well, as we've already seen. So the yellow here is going to tell us that we can probably interact with that and do something special. Hopefully there's more bosses, not 3 in the whole story like the first. I do think so, or they'll be copy and pasted bosses of just like the same guy over and over again. But I hope there's a bit of a variety of a lot of different animations and attack styles. But I don't know, time will tell. So we got this renegade bastard with this crowbar with the blade sealed to it. This place is from the E3 2019 gameplay demo. I thought so, because this is the same tower that I remember Aiden and turning and looking up at, and this is the same place the bridge. Yes, you are right. I can't believe I didn't make that connection till now, but I haven't looked at the E3 2019 gameplay demo in a while, since honestly, I've just been analyzing this baby game. I can't believe I called it baby. This new gameplay, because honestly, this is all I've been doing the past couple days. I've just been super excited, honestly. Just looking at something new for Dying Light 2, because it's been too long, so it is very, very nice. So we got this renegade area where we've seen already before with the bridge where it can go down that we can drive to. And I assume there's this guy here. We'll probably fight in it. And then we got these guys here, which in probably a point of the game we get captured and then have to get interrogated by these bastards. So they seem to have the green marker as well. This guy kind of has his hidden, and this guy has his hidden as well. Kind of looks like the guy we fought on top of the van. It might be the same guy, or at least he looks very similar to somebody we fought in the E3 2019 gameplay demo, but I could be wrong about that. So this guy's pissed off. He wants to make us talk. So he's like, hey, teach him a lesson. And then he teaches us a lesson. Man, really looks like we've been getting fucked up, as you can tell by all the blood on the floor, unless we're not the first guy to end up coming in here today. So, we got a slide here. I completely forgot about this being in the game. We can slide down these, like, little tubes, I think. Don't quote me on that, though. I think. Looking back to Dying Light 1, it feels like so weird. Yes, I definitely agree with you there. It feels like a completely different experience this time around. Looking at it now, it really looks like an evolution of the game. To really see how far they can push the ideas and move it into a different type of fucking media with how fucking crazy this looks. Because honestly, you gotta admit, this game looks fantastic. There's a few little things that are definitely flaws that I'll come back to later, but as of now, it looks fantastic. So anyways, we got this peacekeeper territory that we'll have the option to take over throughout the game. So in here, we got this person walking around, just, I don't know, making sure people are doing their jobs. We got Aiden holding this weapon here that we've seen in some of the concept art. Then we got these guys building this weapon here that we see later, which is actually really awesome. We see them actually create the weapons we can actually use throughout the world. Oh, nice. Back up some text. Nice. Yep, and then we got Dying Light 2 Win, which is actually like a bit of a nod to the Discord, like kind of like a bit of an inside joke for those that are in it, because you know, people are really fucking annoying in the Dying Light 2 Discord, always asking when Dying Light 2 is going to release, and now we know, December 7th, so all of those people could shut up, and now we can actually be able to move on from hearing some different stuff in the Dying Light 2 chat in the Dying Light 2 Discord. And by the way, if you want, go check out my Discord as well, Dying Light 2 Global. It's in the description. I'm not in it too often because I've been really busy, but if you want, feel free to talk and start up some conversations. The zombies look like Resident Evil BOWs. Yes, I definitely agree with you there. So, we see the Peacekeeper weapon take down the zombies. Which looks very, very nice, by the way. You gotta love the ragdoll animations. And the way they smash into it looks very, very realistic as well, which I pointed out. And then to the left here, we got an area we can run through as well. Got a bit of a ramp over here. I think a Peacekeeper flag. Then we got this Peacekeeper who is going up against us for whatever reason. So we must have pissed him off, and he's not happy. So he's like, fuck you. I'm gonna smack this big ol' hammer at you. And then my friend's gonna come at me, or come at him and, you know, save my life. So I assume this guy must be some type of scavenger or survivor. I'm not really too sure. Deadly 2 sort of reminds me of Far Cry New Dawn. Yeah, I kind of get that a little bit. I never played it though, so I'm not really too sure. But from what I've seen from the trailers, yeah, I get that. This guy also has PK-40. So I wonder if these PK-40 guys because a lot of these guys have PK-40 on their jackets, are some type of, like, certain type of peacekeeper. Maybe this is their rank. They're just the 40 rank. I'm not too sure, to be honest. We'll figure it out. So I assume we're in some type of cathedral, something due to how big this window is behind the scavenger survivor guy. And don't quote me on a scavenger survivor, him being him, because I don't really know who this guy is. So, anyways, he gets stabbed in the back. Yep, get us pulled to our feet. Can't see behind him because it looks blurry. Then we got this girl talking. Here, let's take a look at what she says.
Got some kind of bad habit of yours?
Here.
Yeah. Got some kind of bad.
It's probably very loud.
Ain't ya? Got some kind of bad habit of yours?
Yep. So, I brought this up, but I assume we'll be able to interact with a lot of the characters throughout the world, whether it's in dialogue choices or in certain, like, story cutscenes like this, where we're kind of just forced to talk to somebody and make a few little dialogue choices throughout. I assume there's going to be a few little romance options, maybe, but nothing too in-depth like BioWare's games, where there's actual full-out sex scenes and stuff like that. So, keep your expectations, you know, to a minimal, like I said. The facial animations look very nice as well. I do gotta point that out. And the hair. I'm not really too sure who the main side characters are gonna be, but we'll figure it out. So now we're in a Peacekeeper territory, just kind of walking through. This place looks very big, and I assume this is the main metro area we've seen, being this area, or no, sorry. I gotta go back. This area, because, you know, you can see the metro area down behind. And this is something I actually really, really wanted from this game. I've really wanted a subway or metro area we can run through and, you know, fight hordes in and stuff like that. Being more of like a quarantine zone. So, I will say, I didn't expect it to be an actual safe zone like this. But I'm still really happy it's actually in the game. So, we got like this brass knuckle knife here I must have missed. With this girl who might be like a main character. And then we got these guys here chilling, just having a drink and some type of casual conversation. This guy looks like the main guy from Gears of War a little bit. So it looks like there might be some, like, you know, snarky, chatty dialogue where we can kind of just, like, talk to each other and just be cool with each other, you know? Not be killing each other all the time, okay? You gotta be able to have friends and be able to build relationships and stuff like that, because, you know, that's what builds good character. Half-Life 2 Lives in the Police Place. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, it's like a... I think you're talking about the metro area here. Also a subway entrance in the trailer somewhere. Yes, this is like the subway area here. So, this guy looks to be like armored up more than normal, so he might be like some type of extra beastie guy that we can go up against. I assume all these characters here we can maybe kill. I really don't know how interactive and how much we can actually change with these characters. Like, can we kill this guy? Like, can we fucking kill this guy? Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know. There's so many different things we don't know. I don't know how expansive the choices really are. I remember when Aiden named the zombie out of the building falling with him. Or, oh, Ram, sorry. Ram the zombie out of the building falling with him. When they land, the zombies blood looked cartoony in a way. Happy to see the blood is more realistic. Yes, the blood did look very, very cartoony with it being very saturated in red. But a lot of time, this time around, it's a lot more dark and definitely has that more realistic touch to it. So I definitely agree with you there. Though I do think the blood is a bit too much. Like, I think there's actually a bit too much gore in this game. Like, I think when you cut off a body part, it's kind of a bit too much. So, I don't know. I think they overdid it a little bit. But, hey, it's okay. I think people will very much like it. So we got this guy who's some type of survivor or scavenger here in, like, some type of safe zone or quarantine zone that I believe might be the one that we saw in the E3 2019 gameplay demo in the very, very beginning where Aiden wakes up. Not wakes up, sorry. Where he's kind of just looking at the sink and then he goes to talk to Frank. And then goes to talk to the other guy, and then he texts the other people outside, and, you know, so on. So, we got, like, a fresh and veggie sign over here. We might be able to, like, buy stuff. Shoot, if we could cook in this game, that would honestly be fantastic. Cooking would be truly a specialty if that was an option. So, moving on. Is there anything else here? Yeah, no, probably not. Moving on, we got this beastie guy that's going to be a pain to go up against. I assume he's like the guy that we saw at the end of the E3 2019 gameplay demo. Where, you know, smacks the big hammer, waves the grapple hook to swing on, and, you know, slit his neck in the end. In the gameplay, the weapons break so quickly. Yeah. Okay. So, we got a bit of a zone up here. We got a bit of these things that we can probably run across on the side. Okay, and then moving on. We got this very nice zone. You gotta love how the light just reflects across the wooden floor. Everything just looks fantastic. We got this guy who just got beaten or killed or whatever or knocked out. And these guys seem to be raiding as bandits. So, and then we got this guy getting beaten up, which we've already seen in that little teaser that I reacted to a while back. So, this guy's named Jack that we can actually recruit in that little tower area when we give water back to the people or choose to side with the peacekeepers. And, you know, you gotta love how updated his face textures are. He really looks fantastic. So then we go up against these guys in like this back alleyway area. Which looks great. Yeah, this is what I mean. Look at this. Look at the blood. You can't tell me this looks like a little bit too much with how much it strings out of the body when it fucking comes out. It's great looking, but I do think it's maybe a bit much. So, we got no enterable areas from what we see besides there. Just cutting some limbs. Here, let's actually... We got this thing we can swing off of, probably up onto here and then onto the building roof. Oh, shoot. Didn't mean to do that. Going a little too far ahead. Okay, so the guy headbutts us, which is a new animation that we haven't seen before. So now moving on, we're getting onto the night, which is a completely different thing we haven't seen anything really of yet. So we got this guy here with the hammer that we saw in that beastie looking renegade probably guy before, or that might be Untamed. Here, let's go back. This guy, I think he actually might be part of the Untamed faction because he kind of has that black look, but he doesn't have any of the red to him. So I believe he's actually part of the Untamed faction, which have that black and white look to him. So, moving on, back to here, we see them chilling on top of like this rooftop or ground area. I'm not really too sure. So these guys go to turn on the UV lights, which creates this UV tower of sorts, which looks pretty sick. I believe this is a renegade area because of this flag, which we haven't seen before. And yeah, there's not really too much else going on here. It's kind of just like your normal, ordinary kind of zone. Then we're on to the good night and good luck section, being the night. So we don't got too much going on here, as there's not really too much we can see. It's just kind of a view of how the rooftops are going to look at night, with all the trees and stuff and all the bushes planted atop. So I do think it's very cool to see all the different, like, you know, forestry on top of here. It kind of looks like there's kind of a forest on top of the world with the way things are. I have seen in the trailer for like 50 times. Oh, I have seen this trailer like 50 times, but I still check out your videos. I just want to say, good luck on your path. Your channel will explode once the game comes out. I sure hope so too. It has been exploding a little bit lately, so seriously, thank you guys for the love and support. I always appreciate it. Honestly, I'm not really too sure what's going to happen when this game comes out, but I have a lot planned, and especially have a lot planned for this summer too. So seriously, expect a lot of content. There's gonna be a lot to make videos on, a lot to talk about for months and months and years on. It truly will be the beginning of a new era for Backboard Films, and probably whatever I call the channel in the future, because I thought about doing a channel change. Not channel change, channel name change. So, I don't know, we'll figure it out when the time comes, but we'll all get there together if you guys decide to stick around and keep watching my content. Hopefully no Dying Light glitches, because I'll be so angry. There's gonna be glitches regardless, Firehawk OP to be honest, so do keep your expectations to a minimal, but if it's anything like Cyberpunk, then that's just fucking ridiculous. Cyberpunk or Fallout 76. But if it's something like, you know, a Resident Evil game that comes out and there's a few little glitches, maybe like you fault in the map every once in a while, or like something clips or something looks a little weird, that's fine. That's just inevitable at this point in the gaming industry. Because honestly, there's going to be glitches regardless. These developers aren't perfect. They just want to bring you guys their vision and the games they want to truly create. And that's okay. I really support their ideas and what everybody in the industry wants to do as long as they're being nice and not being assholes and supplying us with a bunch of shitty microtransactions to scam us. The night will be so awesome. I definitely agree. So we see these zombies coming out of a building, which I assume will happen with every building that the zombies are all kept up in, which is very, very cool, the way they all kind of waddle out in like a bit of a horde. And by the way, for those in the stream that just joined, like the video and subscribe if you want. Cyberpunk will be more like God, I keep adding extra words to your guys' comments. Sorry, guys. The laptop I have is kind of far away from me, and I'm looking at a different screen right now. Ty, I've noticed that no zombies were spawned will be like this all the time. During the day, there won't be any zombies besides some kind of walking around during the day, but there only will be hordes at night. And I assume all these special affected will only be out at night as well. So we got this survivor that just got killed, and now he's getting mauled on with a quarantine zone or something in the distance, military zone. So this might be like the end of the map. I'm not too sure how the end of the map will be in this game, rather if it's like a big wall or like I don't know, it could be like a fucking minefield for all we know. I'm not really too sure how they're gonna do it and how the end of the world boundaries are gonna be. So then we got a bit of like a horde here, which looks pretty great. It's cool to see all these zombies in one area. I wouldn't be surprised if we see hordes even bigger than this throughout. But I definitely look forward to being able to blow all these guys up. So then we got a bit of a variety here with the gas mask guy and his suits that we could probably blow up the tank of again like we could in the first game. So then we got these guys here on the side too, which don't look all that similar, which is nice because some of the guys look very, very similar. What happened to Brecken and Ron? I have no clue what happened to Brecken and Ron. As of now, we don't really know that yet, but I assume we will. GRE logo on the back of the hazmat suit. Really? Oh, you're right. That's a small little detail. I didn't see that. Thanks for pointing that out, Alex. So, yeah, this is like a blue suit for the GRE, which makes sense. The GRE are going to have some type of place in the game. We just don't really know of yet. As we see later in the trailers, there's like GRE tents and stuff. They're like that are like stationed up with like these chest things that we can get like these Antizin style shots out of. So I don't really know, but we'll figure it out. Can't wait, blow it up at night. Yes, I'm gonna blow up all these suckers at night. I forgot to, so I liked. Oh, thanks for liking. I appreciate it, guys. So, like I said, some of these guys look very similar. Some of them having the blue coat, some of them having the red coat. I hope Techland, once the game comes out, has a bit more variety going on here. Then we got this yellow guy that screams at us, which I think might be that baby screamer that we saw in the first game. Or not baby, just a little kid screamer that was in the first game. So they think it might be that. Then we got this guy again, the tentacle monster, that we have no clue what it does. We don't know if it's going to spit the yellow goo at us or what it's going to do, but we'll figure it out eventually. So then we got this big guy here, who I assume is like the goon. It's going to swing the big hammer at us. Then in the hospital area again, or a completely different area, we got this witch Left 4 Dead fucking asshole here that's going to probably tear us up and kill us multiple times. But we'll see. I don't know how often we'll be seeing these creatures throughout, but time will tell. It almost looks like they were chained up, perhaps, because they got like these chains on their wrist. So maybe they broke out of this facility, and this is like a lab, like a GRE lab of some sort. And they're just like a failed experiment. I'm not really too sure. My theory is that the GRE are experimenting with these zombies because if you go to the witch-looking zombie, it looks to be in a lab. Yes, that's funny. I was actually just saying that as you sent out that comment. Hopefully this game is scary like Resident Evil 2 Remake, and I haven't even finished it. Yep. Oh, we got an ad. That's very, very annoying. Gotta love ads, you know. Gotta love ads. Okay, so moving on. So, we got this bastard who many people called a snatcher. These mutations look insane. Definitely. I assume this guy might try to go out and chase you and grab you and, you know, stick you into his body. Yes, it sounds fucking terrifying and something you wouldn't expect, but it definitely seems like it might be a possibility. So I think these guys might grab you and try to like literally stick you down into their body. We don't know how big these guys are either, and they might be protecting something, like they might be protecting a nest, or I have no clue. The guy with the spikes on his back has spider legs. Yeah, maybe. I'm not really too sure. It kind of looks like it. It sure does look like it. I'm not really too sure what these are, if they're like feet or like tentacles or whatever, but they got like these like egg sacs on its back, or like the goo sacs or whatever that. It looks kind of similar to the stuff on the ground in the distance, and that we also saw in the hospital, so it might be spraying stuff at us. I'm not really too sure. That Left 4 Dead 2 thing will haunt me in my dreams, yeah. What's up, Mohammed? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. So we got all these crazy type of infected. We got this thing where its body opens up. We got this screamer looking thing that's gonna scream at us. Yeah, that thing's gonna be fucking terrifying to go up against. I think all these things are gonna be honestly terrifying to go up against, to be honest. So we're kind of just in like a main city street area where this thing is like, oof, what that mouth do? God, my voice cracked. What that mouth do though? I'm just kidding. Remember, Declan said that this was that this virus is a bit different. Gee, I remember correctly. Maybe this is a yellow, orange goo or the new attributes of the new virus version. Yes, you could be right. This could be all for the new virus, like, you know, the yellow goo, but I guess we'll figure it out. Be right back in 5 minutes. Alright, Jiru was testing with it mutated, changed a bit. Okay. So, if anything, the GRE could be responsible for a lot of the events of Dying Light 2, for the way things are sounding a lot now, with, you know, just how much of a play they have in the game, because honestly, there seems to be a lot of GRE shit from what we can see. So, yep, Aiden's just kind of taking a bit of a leap here, which things look very, very dark. There's no bit of light at all, which makes it even more terrifying, even more like a fucking horror game, which I personally wanted. It's just gonna definitely be terrifying. So we got here Aiden taking a leap of faith and jumping out onto the building rooftop as he gets cornered by a bunch of virals, which you can definitely tell are gonna get pretty fucked up with the UV light due to their skin looking like it's honestly melting off. A zombie in the background of these scenes. Let me know what scene you're talking about and I'll go back into it. But anyways, we see Aiden then running as he tries to run away from the virals using the UV lights. You can definitely see it having a big impact on these guys, which looks very, very cool, seeing it kind of like reflect off of the skin a little bit. And I like how it kind of like burns him as well, which you can tell here due to the, like, you know, the God, I had the burp, sorry guys. Due to the fog or whatever. God, I can't think of the word. Steam, yes, that's the right word. Steam coming off of it. So, in the distance, we see some type of large tower here. And then we got the main city street area. The way Aiden run looks very lightweight for some reason. Yeah, I agree. It does look very lightweight. I do agree with you there. So, okay. Aiden runs. He jumps over. We see that other screaming zombie down there, which could be a zombie that attracts virals to your position. I have no clue yet. Because honestly, it could make sense to me the way they play it out in the trailer, that this attracts virals to your position. Or the yellow goose spitting thing does as well. We got the face over there on the wall as well. So this thing could yell, and then Aiden runs away, and then we cut to a little bit later, and the virals are now caught up with him. So the way it plays out, maybe virals are attracted to Aiden by the sound of that screamer, too. So that's definitely an option here from the way things play out. So let's see this play out once again. Moving on, Aiden takes a jump into this building. And this is what I was talking about, also being inside the lab. Or, you know, the GRE place. I'm not really too sure. But then we see the volatile come down here with all the stuff flying down next to it. I'm not really too sure what this stuff could be floating down with it. But it's definitely something of importance, I believe. But we'll figure it out. I have no clue. It really could be anything, but there's like goo coming off and stuff. It seriously could be anything. I don't know why I'm saying it's of importance. It probably isn't, but I don't know. I'm just looking for little secrets and stuff I could point out. Maybe the outfit he is wearing will affect your running. That's definitely a possibility. I don't think so, just for the sake of the game and the way people like to look in their outfits. I think limiting it to how you look, having an effect. I don't know. I can't talk right now. My voice is stuttering. Anyways, let me try to rephrase that. I think having, like, the clothing on actually having an effect on your running and stuff, it's a little ridiculous, and I don't actually see that being possible. Just because people like wearing a bunch of goofy-ass outfits and stuff, and I know Cyberpunk tried to do that, and that shit got a bunch of backlash with certain outfits having certain type of defense boosts and stuff. So, I don't know. I don't think they'll do that. What do you think about the love of Dying Light 2 or the lore of Dying Light 2 Bad Blood? I haven't looked at the lore of Dying Light 2 Bad Blood at all. I just know it kind of made Dying Light 1's map a little bit more, I don't know, abandoned looking with all the forest stuff growing over the greenery. So we got these zombies chilling here in this quarantine area. Nothing else going on here. More of that military zone sign. I think this is the same sign that we saw in that other scene as well. The new volatiles look very dry, no blood, like in 1. Yes, I agree. They definitely dried out over time from the way things are. So we then head down into the quarantine zone, which this could be us heading down to like the subway station. I'm not really too sure. Guess I gotta wear nothing. I don't know if that's an option, but this game is rated M for mature, so we'll definitely find out. So we got a zombie walking through here. I'm not really too sure what this is. I think this is, yeah, the same parking garage area. Yep. We're on floor 2, I think. So then now we're in the lab area where we got a place that we could probably kick in like we could in the first game with all those wooded areas. Then we got like these zombies with smoke coming off of it, the green smoke and yellowish kind of tinted stuff. So I think this is probably just going to kind of be like how it was in the first game where it kind of like poisons you a little bit. So this could poison you to where you have to use a certain shot to get rid of the infection, or I don't really know, but I assume it's just going to kind of affect you a little bit more for an extra second. So it's just probably some extra little damage that the zombie does on their part towards you. Aiden Thundercock. Yep. So we're in the lab area. He's kind of just maneuvering around. Then we get to this GRE tentish looking area with all this green stuff around, which I have no clue what this stuff could be. I remember in the first game a lot, we saw those green barrels, or no, sorry, green and bluish, whatever you want to call them, barrels, with the green gas kind of leaking out of it everywhere in those quarantine zones and stuff. So this could be something like that. I'm not really too sure. This doesn't look like the same stuff, but it could be a different virus. I really don't know. But we know this is a GRE lab, quarantine zone, or whatever. So then he takes this little antizen thing and stabs himself. By the way, these zombies give me Dead Island vibes. Yeah, I get that. So the thing says battery low over here on this GRE safe thing. I want to actually see. So we see Aiden actually ends up opening it and has like a first aid thing inside. I would enhance the image, but I can't see really what else is going on here inside. But I assume this is where he takes this antizen thing out of, which is right here. During the Dying Light 2 stream, one of the devs was wearing a t-shirt on which was written player roles, melee, healer, tank, long range. So I think some outfits give you the few buffs. Really? I haven't actually thought of that being a possibility, but they could be going the Dead Island 2 route and be giving you different roles and stuff and character options, I guess, that give you different options to play in the game. I'm not really too sure. But this is an RPG after all, so I do think the more possibilities and the more freedom to do whatever you want is good. So I do respect that. I do think this antizen thing is just gonna kind of just be to prevent the infection normally. So maybe Aiden has to come here in a story way to kind of just take this so he doesn't turn infected. Because as we know, by the end of the trailer, he begins to turn infected and he has to prevent it somehow. I feel like getting supply drops is gonna matter. Yep, I have a theory. The battery status. Earlier in the game, you clear the quarantine zones, the more loot you receive. I mean, maybe. I'm not really too sure. Okay, so moving on. By the way, let me know if the music is too loud or anything. I haven't listened to myself in a while, so I don't know how different the music really sounds now. Okay, so we got some graffiti going on in this ordinary just business building, which looks to be very, very high up, and I love that it's very, very high up. So Aiden jumps out to this bridge area with a lot of these street signs with real people on them, which blends in with the graphics of the game very, very well. So moving on, Aiden then does this wall jump, which we haven't been able to use ourselves yet, which looks very, very fantastic and realistic. I feel like you're gonna need the antigen from the drops. Maybe, I'm not really too sure. We haven't seen really any of the airdrops in the game yet, so I'm not really too sure how that they're gonna come into play, since the jury seems to be wiped out. But I don't know yet. So, looking through it, not really too much else going on here. We got Aiden running on a crane, which I assume tips depending on which side you're on. Antigen, antizen, yeah, whatever. Same thing. I know what you're talking about. Okay. So we got the shot we've already seen with Aiden taking a jump. Okay. And what I thought he was actually going to jump onto that guy when I looked in the teaser when it showed this scene. But now we actually find out he kind of just jumps and takes a landing. So then we see the trampoline. Yeah, let's go back a little bit. Oh, there's like little kites to the sky. Aiden does the trampoline, and I assume this is like a jump pad that we end up using the trampoline to jump onto to kind of, you know, give us a little bit more of a soft landing. Are there going to be drops? 90% of the population is gone. Yes, I do believe there's going to be drops because we have seen things where there are smoke on top of the buildings, red smoke, in some of the scenes, especially in a lot of the old footage. So I don't know if they are still now, but I think maybe they were planned at one point. I don't really know. Then we see one of the new moves, which allows us to go under or above. So for here, we decided to kind of just, you know, go above. Over here, we got people chilling around this campfire area. Moving on, then we do a bit of an old-fashioned style drop kick next to like this city hall, church, cathedral type area. So antigen is still required even if you have your biomarker. Maybe E is in it and he needs it, while others need biomarkers to know how much time they have left until they turn in the dark zone. They did say everybody was already infected, so I do believe everybody is already infected already, but I do think Aiden has something special going on with him. I just don't know of yet. Guess it's just people calling for help or something. Yeah, I don't know. In the demo. Yep. So, yeah, that was brutal, by the way. We see another trampoline, I assume, down there, with some more stuff climbable in the distance. Then we see this area, which looks very nice, which is on, like, a bit of a highway intersection area. So, yep, there goes that guy. He goes over, and I assume this is one of the Untamed faction guys, or Renegade. I'm not really too sure. So, yep, that guy goes over. And then we climb up. Then we see ourselves with a boat here, which looks very, very nice. I love this view. So we take that guy out as he's just chilling on top of the ambulance. So then we cut to here where we kill this guy in like a stealth kill that we haven't seen before, which looks very, very brutal. Aiden's gonna be one brutal motherfucker, that's for sure. He's gonna do some shit that might make some people sick to their stomach. And I can tell why this game is rated for mature. So then we got a lot of the brutal gore, zombie bashing. He yanked that dude. Yeah, he went far. Really did. So, I guess I might as well pause and look here, too. This is kind of just like a park-style area and like an urban-style place. But instead of like the nice green saturation-looking areas, it's become all disgusting and looks like a Western civilization. So, it definitely looks kind of disgusting now. Then we see the Demolisher here. And it tries to throw some shit at us. It tries to hit us. Smack some zombies out of the way. We see that cat thing again that I talked about before, and it's actually part of the Yuffie sticker pack, which is in the collector's edition for the game. So we see that guy's arm getting killed, or guy's arm getting killed, what am I saying? Guy's arm getting torn off. Look, now in these combat scenes, Aiden's wearing armored outfit. This is probably a tank role, I think. You could be right. This is the same outfit that we've seen a couple times already in a lot of these combat sections. So it does make sense if there is like outfits limited to like, you know, certain combat abilities and stuff. I think I'm actually going to make a video about that now. Thank you very much, guys, for pointing that out. He gave me a new video idea. So then we see that guy's arm get cut off with like a bit of a crane over here. I assume we can run across the top of. I really love Aiden's voice actor. Jonah Scott is the GOAT. Yes, I love him in the anime he voice acts in. And Beastars, he's an absolute GOAT. He sounds fantastic as Legoshi. Playing that dude in some of the scenes is honestly hilarious. It's fantastic. You guys should watch some of the anime he voice acts in to get a little bit of a taste as to what you can expect with him in Dying Light 2. Because he can be pretty emotional and hit some really key, emotional key moments. So, it's just kind of more combat section stuff here. And oh yeah! Don't think I wouldn't have missed or wouldn't have seen that part where the head comes off. So yes, there are little gameplay stuff that looks kind of bad when you slow it down and do stuff frame by frame. So for example here, when he goes to cut the guy's head off, it actually just disappears. Here, I'll just go to this and do it. And I'll go a little bit to later in the trailer point this out as well. It's actually a little bit of a flaw that I've realized, but not many people are talking about because not many people have actually looked into it. So, here. Yep. So he goes to throw the weapon and the head disappears. So we have that. And then we have later in the trailer as well, something I noticed when recording one of my videos here. Yes. So the way Aiden goes from this animation, sorry for the mouse clicking, to when he pulls out the gun, see here, watch his hands. He has his fists out, and then it really just kind of pops into his hand. Like, I think this looks kind of weird and not very good, to be honest. So I hope Techland really works on this once the game gets to more of its finished form and goes gold. And once, of course, we get in our hands. I think if they work on this, it can look a lot nicer. But for right now, this animation does not look so great. Going from, you know, just regular fists to the weapon in hand. But the actual gun itself looks pretty fucking sick. Maybe a glitch or something not hard to fix. Of course, they just gotta rework the animation. But I thought I'd point it out anyway, since it's something that kind of just stuck out to me. And I assume there's a lot more of the animation stuff like that. I just don't know, really. So he cuts the leg off of this dude, and he kind of wobbles a little bit, which looks really funny to me. Then he does the kick. Kicks the dude back, and we're kind of in that same urban, disgusting looking area. Then he does the fucking head stump, which looks brutal. The blood here is, a little cartoony. I think there's maybe a bit too much blood going on here, but I guess that's kind of as to be expected. 6 months, they better fix those animations. I sure hope so, Grogu. I sure hope so. So then we see that new flying side kick to the face, which looks cool. Then we see those cool looking brass knuckles, which are totally makeshift. It looks like they're made out of chain. Then we see Aiden in what he may be his, like, you know, combat outfit. Armored outfit. Jumps on top of the guy, kicks him. Here, let's take a look back at that. Some guy seems to have some type of spear in him there. Aiden is hella strong. Yes, I did point this out. I wonder what that is. That is very weird looking concept art on the wall there. Okay, not concept art, sorry, like graffiti art. But anyways, I did point this out, but I was thinking Aiden maybe had some type of like special ability to where he's infected, but has like kind of like some superhuman abilities. I don't know, it was a little ridiculous. I brought it up in one of my videos and never talked about it again. But I was thinking maybe Aiden has like special human abilities, I don't know. But the way he is able to be fighting people and stuff is very unrealistic in a sense, the way he cuts, you know, limbs straight off bodies. So, I don't know, let me know what you guys think. The kick reminds me of Fear's kick mechanic. Yeah, I haven't played Fear before, so I don't know. But it did look like a pretty cool game. So then we see the new spear. We also see this new bit of, I don't know, finisher move as well, which looks pretty sweet. We got that other jump pad there as well, which you could probably jump from a trampoline onto a building with. Then we also got what might be a peacekeeper flag of some sorts on the side here with like the arrows pointing down. I'm not really too sure. Or it could be just, you know, arrows that point to us to go to a certain destination. You know, kicking these dudes back. We got the throwing knife now. See, look how easily he just cuts limbs off. You really gotta think about it. It just seems like it's a bit too easy, especially for a normal human being and all the bones in the body. And then we got the fire. The fire looks fantastic. So we see that metro building in the distance, the metro terminal, which the peacekeepers eventually take over, or they have taken over already, depending on when this is in the game. Also, this weapon is very, very interesting. I think it looks very, very sick. I don't know what it's made out of, but it's very, very cool and imaginative, and I like it. So, boom. Then Aiden kills that guy with the shotgun, which looks pretty sweet. Really like the shotgun here. That's that one-handed shotgun that we could probably upgrade to a two-handed shotgun as time goes on. And it's something that breaks really quickly from what we already know. So we see Aiden sailing at the top of this peacekeeper building. Oh, wait, here, let's go back. That shot we just looked at of that guy jumping down here is the same area here. So we seem to be fighting a certain type of group there in that building. Let's go back. So, okay, here, because we saw that same art on the wall over there. But now he just broke the floor, now we're falling through. And this seems to be like a main set piece as we're falling through in a very, you know, set piece fashion in a cutscene. Which looks very, very sweet. I love this. I love my set pieces in video games. I think Dying Light 1 didn't have enough of them, to be honest. The following had some very, very cool ones, but I think this game is an opportunity to really do something special. The only thing I'm worried as the combat becoming too easy after you do a lot of things in the world at the beginning, of course, going to be challenging like in Dying Light 1, but become easy. I think in Dying Light 1, as they introduced more enemies, I think they were able to make it a lot more, you know, difficult, because they added guns later into the game, which definitely stepped it up for a challenge for a while. So I think if they do something like that, where they, you know, do that difficulty curve, I think they can really, you know, make a big difference as time goes on and as we become, you know, more of a beast. Because, you know, we're going to become gods by the end of this game. Let's be honest with ourselves. Rather we kill everybody in the game, become the enemy, we take over and become the hero, or what we do. We get the girl. I don't know. There's definitely many, many choices. I think this is the same girl we were walking through that building with, too. With the rose on the back. So she's got a crossbow as well. She's just got water on her leg. I'm not sure what building that is in the distance to the left. So she's kind of like, alright, let's do a trust fall, buddy. And there she goes. Here, let's see. Seems like there's like fire down there or something. So we got that yellow goo stuff here as well. So this guy kind of nails us in the chest here. Walks over to us with his walkie-talkie. So this guy seems to be like an enemy of some sort. I wonder if this is in the same area with that Hakan guy that we've seen. Sorry if I keep mispronouncing his name. I know I totally do, but I have to go. Sorry, be back soon. Comment or whatever stream. Whatever, thanks for watching. I'm going to end the stream too as soon as we're done with this as well, because I actually have to go soon as well. But anyways, thanks for stopping by for those that have. So, I assume this may be in the same area we were with Hakan earlier. So then we got this new guy that we haven't seen before. He's like, alright, let's see what you got. This seems to be like some type of like defense territory area due to how all the spikes look at the distance. I think this maybe is like a walkie-talkie or like a detonation button of some sort. I assume a detonation button because of how that just worked out there. So, I don't know. I like this quirky looking guy. He might be pretty funny. Kind of like Ghazi, so I guess we'll see when the game comes out. But I have faith that we'll have some very interesting characters to, you know, play with in the game. So this place blows up in a very, very cool set piece fashion and kind of all falls apart. It's something we also saw in the concept art as well. Not it blowing up, but actually seeing this place. I think this maybe is inhabitable by a bunch of people. Kind of like something in Ready Player One. That's what I was thinking of. Hey, Con. Hey, Con. Okay, thank you, Alex. I really appreciate that. Hey, Con. Okay. So, we see this scene of this guy coming out and being like, oh, what happened to all of my fellow friends dead in the distance? And then, whack! Fucking dead. That guy's not getting back up from that anytime soon. I really hope he wasn't an important character, because, oh, come on. If he gets back up from that, and not just gets a little concussion or something, I don't know. Yeah, bunk. Dude fucking bonked to the end of the earth, Jesus. This thing's gonna be a bit of a challenge to face. It looks like a mutated goon. It didn't look like that same guy we saw earlier when it was night. But it looks like a heavier mutation of the goon. Like it's even stronger due to how tall and big it is. But hey, this just could be the new version of the goon. Time will tell. But it seems we can blow it up with an explosion from the look of the left. And I don't know, this looks like a boss fight area. That made me laugh so hard. Yeah, the first time I watched that, I was like, holy fuck. That shit is hilarious, honestly. I can't believe they actually put that in there. I hope there's a lot more funny things like that in the game as well. So we got Hakon here, again with us today. And our biometer is going red as our vision begins to go a little fucking blurry. And as we begin to go infected. Taco Bell bong would be perfect for that. Oh, I just want to make that a meme and upload it. You should do that, Leonardo. That's hilarious. I won't take that credit from you. That's a hilarious meme. You should definitely do that. I'm sure some people would die laughing at that for a very long time. That's funny shit. Funny man, funny man. Anyway, so Aiden just sits here and begins to freak out, infected. His outfit seems to just be, I don't know, I'm not even going to try to identify it. But he kind of just falls to the ground. What is this dying scene? Well, basically he begins to become infected as the Hakon kind of tells him. And his biomarker is red as well. And he kind of falls to the ground just looking up at the stars, I assume. I assume these are stars, I don't know. I'm really excited to see the stars too. In real life, I'm a big star guy. I really like star watching. And like, you know, just seeing the stars and stuff. I'm not really into like planets and stuff like that. But I just like the stars, alright? You don't know what's out there. There's some very, very pretty stars out there. But anyways, yeah, we see the stars in the game, which look very, very nice, as they're pretty damn blurry, but it's whatever. So, we see the December 7th release date with, at the end, the reload outfit, the reload weapon skin, and the reload paraglider skin. I didn't think we'd actually see any skins for the paraglider, which honestly seems like a Fortnite type of thing for there to be a skin for the paraglider, but it's whatever. We'll be able to just get some cool shit and be able to show it off to our friends. I do like the alternative cover. God, I can't talk. The alternate cover, too. I do think if I get the collector's edition and I get a physical copy, I'm definitely gonna treasure that steelbook case, because the collector's edition looks very, very nice. I do like it, even though it did get leaked a while back. Remember, Techland said that we also decide Aiden's fate. Maybe in one of the endings he dies or turns, like in 991. I definitely think Aiden's gonna die in one of the endings. I think it's really just a given. I actually think it would be very, very surprising if Aiden doesn't die in one of the endings. But, I don't know. Time will tell. Time will tell. But, we're going to have to finish it up here because we're getting to the end, as I've basically went through everything to talk about, unless there's other little secrets that you guys saw. Hakon looks literally like David Bell. Bell worked with Techland on Dying Light 1. Oh, pretty sweet. I'll have to look up what he looks like after. But, anyways, that's kind of all there is to really talk about. Okay. Alright, let's see. So, yeah. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, everybody. I think I'm going to end the stream here today. I just want to do a quick glimpse through and see if there's anything else I felt like there was the need to talk about, unless you guys want to comment something in the next 10 to 15 seconds before I end the stream today. But yeah, I'm glad that you guys were able to stop by the stream. I haven't streamed in such a long time, but I plan to do a lot more of it in the future when more stuff like this comes out. It was a lot of fun. Yep, see you later, Backup Semtex. Thanks for stopping by. Are you going to make a video from this stream? I think I'm going to just leave this stream up on the channel. I think there's things that I can talk about in this video in its own thing. See you, Grogu. Have a great one. But I do think we can definitely turn this into its own video of some sort. But I think there's certain things like the biomarker of the blue, or the blue biomarker and stuff that we can talk about that one guy. But I don't know, whatever. I'll save it for next time. We got more to talk about, even during the next stream, whenever that is. But anyways, thanks for stopping by, guys. we'll be sure to do this once more again soon. And